Today on the menu is smothered meatballs. Right now I'm going to saute some garlic, avocado oil, butter. Now when you put the garlic in like this, you can just peel the peeling off much easier. So those are coming off, that's not staying like that. And I'm gonna use this to season the pot. So, see, take it, press down. Well, I'm trying to do it while I'm holding the camera, but if you press down like this one came off, that's just the paper. From that one, I'm gonna pull them all out. See? Like that. Press it down towards the end like that. Move this to the side, the paper to the side. All right, took all the garlic out. This is seasoned. These are my meatballs. They're gonna go in here to brown. You hear that? So remember, you do not want to overcrowd the pan. I'm gonna do 3 at a time. I have to do all of these. This is turkey. Okay? I'm gonna put one more. Okay. Garlic, onions, the saute. Remember all the brown stuff on the bottom is seasoned. So you put this down. This is for the sauce for the meatballs. That's enough. Here's your onions and garlic. What I did was kept adding some of the oil from the meatballs because this is all flavor. So you see, the black stuff is seasoning. Now, remember, what I'm going to do is put this back on the fire, add some white wine for the sauce. And remember, you want to burn off the white wine so that it's not bitter. It's about half a cup. Let that cook in here. And let it reduce. It's gonna cook down. I had to turn the heat up, so I just turned the heat up. See how that's simmering and cooking down? I'm gonna let it reduce a little bit. You don't want that much in there, so it's gonna reduce. So maybe for 5 minutes. Okay, this reduced way down. So what you wanna do now is add flour for the sauce or for the gravy. So you add that in and stir it. That's gonna make the gravy. The next thing you wanna do after you add this in, I'm going to use chicken stock. You can use water. You don't have chicken stock. This is going to thicken up. I'll probably add some more water to this. Stir. Now the meatballs are also seasoned, so I'm not going to really add salt to this because there's a lot of seasoning in the meatball. The meatball is going to go back into this, right? So what you want to do is somewhat cover it. So give me a second. This is water. I turned up the heat so that this can be thickened a little bit before I add the meatballs. I am going to start to add these meatballs into this gravy. The gravy is still very thin, but By the time the meatballs are added and this continues to cook down, it will come together perfectly. All right, guys, so the meatballs in there, this is a meatball bath with the gravy. So this gravy is going to thicken up while these meatballs are cooking. I am actually going to cover this, okay? For about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. But you want to check it because this is going to thicken up. You don't want it to start sticking to the pan, okay? So about 10 minutes, because I just took this out the oven. It was on the oven for 350. It was in there for about 15 minutes. Or 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to cover this up. All right, guys. Now, if you flatten these meatballs, they will make little hamburgers, which is called Salisbury steaks. But I made meatballs instead, so these would be considered smothered meatballs, but it's the exact same thing as Salisbury steak. Secret, my kids hate Salisbury steak, but they love meatballs, so it's the same exact thing. All right, so I'm gonna pour this over mashed potatoes and top it with the gravy and cheese. You see how thick my gravy is now? You can see it in the pot how thick it is. I just turned this pot off. All right, oh, and I did add a couple of sprigs of thyme over there, okay?